Okay, game 4. This is 1200 rated daily chess. We go for the e4 pawn opening, the e5 response, and then here, this is in my mind the start of the Italian game. There was a question here whether I play the pawn to d3 to protect the e4 pawn in the center, or to just develop the knight. I did see something on the internet about there's like a trap here where you let them take the pawn. You even kind of trade knights like this, and then they protect this pawn. You do this, they take, and then the queens are looking at each other, but then you can sacrifice this bishop and you get the queen like this. That's what I saw a video on. So that's what's in my mind to try and do. He takes the pawn. Okay, so far so good. Why did I castle? Yeah, I think I wanted to play the knight here and just go for it. I probably should have done now. I was thinking he could... why did I castle first? Felt like this... Yeah. Also, it's a trap for me, this, at the moment, I think. I think that's why I castled first. I mean, it's great in theory to play the knight and have him take it back, but I figured if I did this, he could do something here. You know, and this can be very annoying. I'm not sure if I really thought this through, whether this actually is dangerous or not. I'm not sure it actually is. It would have just been annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone for... the idea I had of the line where you sacrifice the pawn. Probably that's a bit greedy, castling unnecessary. So he plays the knight here, which kind of throws the whole thing out the window because the knight is now guarding this pawn. I needed him to guard that with this pawn to move down here to guard it, so then I can sacrifice the knight later. But I thought, okay, it is still kind of possible, but all right, let's just go for it. I mean, worst case scenario here is he takes. We've opened up this file anyway, and we've got a bit of development going. Yeah, but we've also, by doing this, we want this pawn out the way for the dark square bishop, because we want the knight to go here, and then because this is the idea of the whole idea of the, I think it's called the fried liver attack. The Italian game is to go for this pawn. So we needed this pawn out the way because the common theme is to get the knight to here, which is already attacked by the queen. So you need that covered by the dark square bishop. But then this is the square we're going to eventually aim for with the knight or the bishop. So what did he do here? He didn't take it. And then this was a real question to me because he's attacking the king. And I'm not sure I made the right call here, because the question I had was, it's just a free knight now, and then we're just immediately attacking the bishop, you know. But this, you can do this action with a pawn to fork the bishop and the knight. So I'm a piece up. We can just do something like this, and then we're still a piece up by doing that. And I think maybe that was just the best way to handle it. You know, we could even start to, you know, who knows? We could just start trading up pieces. So that was interesting. But we decided to do something a bit more crazy, and we just sacrificed the bishop straight away, right? So he has to take that, and then we took the free knight. So then his bishop is now hanging. He has a chance to protect that. We're essentially even on pieces by doing this, but he's forced his king out. So that's the decision I made. I could have played that other series of moves and been a piece up, or we could play this move, this line of play, and we'd be even, but I'd be in a much better position. I've castled. He's had to move his king, so he can't castle, but it's also very open. And we've got these attacking knights now. So he protects the bishop, and then there was thought about just moving this knight in a way that kind of feels okay, but we wanted to move this knight, which we did, because we got the queen that can go here or here. So he's king now. That would feel very unnatural. I'm not sure if that is the best move. Let's say he was to go back. We've got the queen to go, and then we've got the fork. I don't think he'd move it forward. That kind of feels unnatural as well. He's blocking his own queen in. So I suppose there's this. Not really sure if this does much. No, it doesn't. I think even if he moves back, we'll put the queen here, because we're still attacking that square, and that's where we're up to. So it's an interesting choice of decisions. If this attack doesn't work, it would make it maybe feel a bit silly that I didn't just take the piece advantage early on. Or even right at the start when I said, like, we don't know. I felt under threat and I castled when I probably could have just played the knight out here. If we played the knight out here and he was to take it, we're actually... Well, he needs to defend. We might still have defended that with the knight. We still need him to do that. No, we probably... What did we do? We castled, right? Yeah, it was probably not the worst. You could have these ideas that require them to play certain lines, but if they don't do that, then it's not going to happen.